welcome to another edition of the MEDIAtors.
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
New and approved one
right.
subject episodes.
And it's probably a good thing because E3 is a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
We would
It's
not
a
be able to get through anything on that
perfect
one.
to kick off on. And I'm going to go ahead and say,
Okay.
Big John's pretty excited about the fact that Halo multiplayer was
Did you not get Overwatch vibes from that?
a little bit
like,
because of the little old thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. I'm just like, this kind of just feels like Overwatch with
Yep.
Halo skins.
There's
Obviously there's elements and stuff on it.
Oh,
but
for sure.
yeah.
Me and a friend of mine were talking about Halo just kind of back in the day, and he said he loved the sniper just because you could hit fire somebody
Oh,
and
yeah.
still get them.
I mean, they had that in the trailer.
They
for
did,
it and
yeah.
everything, or the-
So that's why I brought it up. I was like, well, it must be a big
Did you
deal.
watch the trailer?
Yeah.
What did you think of the little AI assistant person?
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. No, it was.
It reminded me. It was like Tracer.
Yeah.
And then the girl that was like in charge was like Winston kind of
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting.
Obviously, they're going to try and make it competitive, like a team based.
Yeah.
If that's what they're doing.
I mean, that's fine if they want to focus mostly on like multiplayer.
Did you
stuff.
Did you play a lot of Halo?
I played the games, the campaigns.
Yeah.
I didn't play a whole lot of the multiplayer.
Dude, let me tell you something. Multiplayer
Yeah.
on Halo, like Infected, was so much fun.
I never really had internet
Bro.
until like. I mean, I grew up when like internet wasn't really a big thing until later. So I had the dial-up and
Right.
everything. And so I didn't really get into multiplayer. The multiplayer I played was like, okay, you have split screens. So I played or like Super Smash Brothers or whatever Nintendo 64 games. I can't remember right now. But
Yeah.
we played like those kind of multiplayer. But mostly I played like campaign modes. So I
Oh,
played,
the
like,
campaign is great.
Medal of Honor. I played like all those kind of games. So those are my kind of like shooting games.
I remember Medal of Honor.
Man.
That game was like ahead of its time, it felt like.
Yeah, it was. It was so weird.
But
though.
with Halo, like,
Halo was good. Like I said, I played Halo 1 and 2.
campaign
and I
was
played,
awesome.
Like I played split screen. That was always
Right.
fun. But I didn't really get into the online multiplayer because again, I had dial-up internet that was terrible.
Yeah. I got my internet fixed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a nice thing.
Yeah. Lord, this is the third time they had to come out and do something.
Oh my goodness.
But so something that I'm looking forward to with Halo though is, well, okay, so is it Halo is notoriously Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
So is it still Xbox exclusive?
Well, I mean, it's also on PC because it's like Microsoft, you know, like they got
True.
the PC thing going on.
So it's not coming to PlayStation.
No.
It's always been a hope that I would. Right now, Xbox is kicking the crud out of PlayStation.
Well, PlayStation hasn't had their thing
right,
yet,
but still
so.
though.
But I think it's funny because speaking of like people disappointed, that's not
Right.
like, you know, Starfield and everything.
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch like there's
huge
been, like,
fan
yeah,
base.
and people are like, man, they're disappointed that it's not coming to PlayStation. People are
Yeah.
complaining about it, and I'm just like,
I'm not.
there's other
happy
games.
about it.
There's plenty of exclusive games like on either side. I'm like, okay, cool, get another console, I guess. At that point, maybe that's a hot take. That's an unpopular opinion, but I mean, if you want to play a game that bad, then maybe that's your cue to get
True.
the console.
It's just as long as Bethesda doesn't, because of Skyrim.
I was gonna say when they make a new Skyrim game, it's not gonna be on PlayStation most likely.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be an exclusive.
Really?
Yeah,
Because it's on
it makes
PlayStation
sense.
right now.
It's well, yeah, but the old versions. I'm talking
True.
about from now on. I would assume.
I'm not gonna lie. If I find out that it's exclusive for Xbox, I'll probably get an Xbox.
I want to get an Xbox.
Do you
If
really?
I had yeah, I'd do it. It's fun.
Would you get the new Xbox over the PlayStation 5 right now?
If I had to choose either or,
Mm-hmm.
as of right now, I'd probably get the Xbox first because
Same.
I like the games that they're coming out. Game
Same.
Pass sounds really fun.
Yeah.
But I also would want to get a PlayStation 5 because I want to play like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I want to play The Last of Us 3 whenever that comes out. You know, stuff like that. So I think I want to have both because I enjoy games on both consoles.
I don't know how.
Does that make you mad? Does that make your blood boil?
No, I like right now. Xbox is the way to go.
I started off on Nintendo. I moved to Xbox, and then I moved to PlayStation.
I started off with Nintendo 64. Then we went to PlayStation 2. Didn't have PlayStation 1
Oh, man.
because we went a long time without a console.
Yeah.
And then I got an Xbox 360.
See, I did not play Xbox 360 that much. I played original Xbox.
I had Xbox 360.
But see, I tried collecting all the consoles as much as I could because I
Yeah.
love playing. There's different games on each one that I like to play.
Yeah,
So
same.
I had the Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
I had Xbox. I had PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I had, and of course, I got these years after they were like pretty much discontinued.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't spend full money for it. I would go
Speaking
to
of
Goodwill.
discontinued, GTA Online for PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
and
the
Xbox,
support thing, the
Yeah.
whole thing. I'm like,
they're done with it.
yeah, that's interesting. So I wonder,
But my thing was like,
What
I didn't
they're
even.
gonna do?
I was like, wow, people are really still playing that Xbox 360.
so imagine you're playing it on PlayStation 3 and you find that out. Like, how heartbreaking is that? That's your one game you play. That they're
Go-
still doing stuff for it. And then,
if you haven't got a PS4 already,
they're not that expensive. You can
No.
definitely get a PS4.
no, I mean, right now all the hype is PS5. So
That's what I try to wait till the next generation comes out most of the time to get the console, or at least wait at least 4 years generally.
good lord.
So I just got the Switch and it's been out for 5 years. So
Nah.
I wait a good while.
Yeah.
Because again, they work out all the bugs. You get a lot of like good exclusives or games that have come out for it.
Yeah.
So you have to worry about, okay, I've got a console and I don't have anything to play on it.
I'm not gonna get another console until like there's games that I feel like I can only play on that console.
I'll say this: PlayStation 4 was the only one I did buy it like pretty early.
Yeah.
Was because of Uncharted 4. I
That's
wanted
true.
to play that one, so I had played the first 3, and I was like, all right, I
Yeah.
love it. I'm gonna play.
And then the
Fourth
flock was born from
Yeah.
PlayStation 4.
That's when I had money to burn.
Yeah.
I bought like 2 other people PlayStation 4s.
That Tuesday morning paycheck was different.
It was yeah.
That was
When I didn't have bills, I didn't have a family to care for. I was like, yeah, I'll spend $800 on other people's.
ladies and
PlayStations.
gentlemen, that's called AKA excuses. I'm just kidding.
Definitely.
No, I'm in that boat. I mean, I just recently dropped like $500 on a pistol. So
Yes.
we've talked about Starfield a little bit.
Yeah.
We know it's a space game. Looks pretty cool. Speaking of
Yeah.
space, I just started Firefly. I'm on episode 5.
Okay, yeah, that's a fun one.
It's
I
a
liked
fun
it.
one. It's a fun
The first
one.
episode was like kind of difficult to get through.
It was
And
really
like,
difficult.
but once you get through it, like it's pretty easy to get.
I was
through.
like, okay, I'm getting into it. I'm starting to giggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Fall in love with the characters.
oh yeah.
But so what's another game that you've seen or something? Because I see that you got
So I've got like over
Her-
30 different
yeah.
games because I was writing
Well,
down each one with like notes and
Her-
everything.
I was looking at I
Forza
thought-
Horizon,
Yeah, but I was thinking of the era
Horizon
Horizon
Zero
Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So basically, we talked about Starfield on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was interesting. So day one, it's going to be on Game Pass. It's an Xbox and PC exclusive.
Yeah.
So this is all on the Xbox Game Showcase. But then
Right.
the Forza Horizon 5, I liked it. I thought it was interesting.
I don't like those games.
I'm not huge into those games, but I liked some of the stuff that they did with it. So like,
Yeah.
you can create your own like game modes. So one thing they showcased was like
Ooh.
knocking over pins, and like they said, this is something you can completely customize. You can make it competitive. You can make it team based. You can like it's basically you remember on Halo
Yeah.
multiplayer where you could just like build maps and do random stuff.
Yes.
It felt like that.
I
with
totally
cars.
forgot about that.
Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting.
That's pretty legit.
And one thing I liked is they set it in Mexico, so they sent a team down to Mexico to like capture over 400 hours of like the skies and the light and everything. To make it
Assassin's Creed
as
used to
realistic.
do that a lot.
And see, I feel like, but I mean, that's just something that I think is interesting about the game
Yeah.
industry, anyways. Is like, if you want to do something set in one place, you can go there and like capture what the light is at any given time.
True.
So I think that was really interesting.
You know, you have written down Battlefield 2042.
Yeah.
That's a meaty subject. Because did you get to watch its own trailer and all that?
I've seen the trailer, yeah, and I watched the developers talk about it.
Did you
a
see
little bit.
the gameplay of the tornado?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was so cool how you can jump and use the wind.
Oh yeah, they were talking about how you can start on one side of the map and like go to the other side of the map if you hit that wind right.
That is awesome.
And I was like, the sandstorm I thought was interesting too, because like we had talked about one is like, is it
Yeah.
gonna be kind of like the battle royale thing where like you get stuck in it and you die? Like no, you can be in it.
Yeah.
And like it completely affects like the environment.
Yeah.
Your visibility goes down even afterwards. It like changes everything.
Yeah. Battlefield's just notorious for like realism, chaos.
So I'm excited. I kind of want to play that game because
Yeah, and you don't like first
I'm not
person.
a huge play. Like I'm not really into like the war games. I guess I'll say that because I feel like they're just so repetitive. This one definitely sounds interesting. I would give it a shot for sure.
So if I remember correctly, Battlefield, this one coming up, I don't think that there's a battle royale mode though.
No. So what they talked about was basically like your general, and I thought it was funny because the developer, the guy who was talking, was saying, "Yeah, this is the most Battlefield game we've had in a while." And I'm like, "Are you?" I feel like they were crapping on their past games.
Yeah, they were.
At the same time, I was just like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, great. You're making a great game."
They
But
were saying like because Battlefield 4 apparently was like the Battlefield that they loved.
yeah.
And so a lot of people were saying it seems like it's Battlefield 4 painted over.
So we'll
But-
see. I mean,
and they're
it
not
looks fun. It looks like it'd be interesting at least.
It
And I
was
think-
widely accepted,
Yeah.
like this trailer that came out.
And the
so-
biggest thing for me, like in those games, is something. What is it adding that's new or unique or fun,
Yeah.
rather than everything else? Because you got Call of Duty,
Yeah.
you've got like your Black Ops and everything like that. It felt to
Did
me
you notice the operator feel? Like the kind of operators that you can use?
in Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So
I'm
like
trying to think of.
I
it
was
now.
watching a trailer
I'm
break.
on overload, so I'm like, maybe.
I was watching a trailer breakdown,
Breakdown?
and
Yeah.
a lot of them were noticing that how there was different kinds of characters and that had
Gotcha.
different kinds of abilities. Because one did something and it made someone electrocute. So it was like, so they're thinking there might be operators.
Okay, what other game had that? Was it Black Ops that did that too?
Black Ops, yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And Modern Warfare does it, but Black Ops had like where you could ult,
yeah,
like have an ultimate.
it was okay. I just did not
I
like
liked
that I
it.
couldn't have I wanted everybody to have grenades, And then instead you only had like 2 characters that got grenades. I was
Gotcha.
kind of disappointed by that.
That would be a good idea. What if it was an operator for your whole squad? It's like, hey, my ult is to give people like extra damage to their guns, or like extra grenades and stuff like that. That'd be not something that I throw on the ground. They go and pick it up. Something that's automatically deposited into their account.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I went on
Like
like
a
a
buff.
small rant, and he's like, "Yeah,
No, I was thinking because I'm like, yeah. So like going back Overwatch, like Lucio, it's like you are passively buffing your teammates.
true."
And I think that's kind of what you're talking about. Because yeah, definitely. Because there's nothing worse to me. Like you drop an ammo box for people and like nobody picks it up, and you're like, hey, I've got armor, I've got ammo here, like, but they're all busy doing stuff. I'm like, nobody has time to stop for that.
No, it's
So
like,
you want it to be like, okay, cool, it's automatically buffing it, which isn't super realistic, but like, I enjoy that. For
Too
the
realistic
convenience.
makes a game boring and like annoying. Like too realistic.
Yeah, where you're like, okay, you run. I hate when you run out of breath.
Yeah,
You can only run for 6 seconds.
That's okay. I'm playing Days Gone right now, the
Yeah.
zombie game, and that happens really quick. You'll be running from a horde of zombies. Now, look, I'm not acting like I'm super in shape or not
Right.
super in shape, but I'm pretty in shape. I can run more than 30 feet without getting winded.
I'm not in shape and I can do that.
Yeah, and this guy's like, okay, you're living in a apocalyptic world. Like, you've
Yeah,
got to
I'm
be
like-
in shape by now. He's like sprinting from a horde. And he's like, I'm like, what the freak, dude?
He's carrying a lot of stuff, man. Emotional baggage.
Oh yeah, that's true. It weighs you down. We need to do a sermon series on that.
Oh my goodness, please no.
So what else you got?
Man, one thing I liked was the Xbox controller customization that they were showing.
Ooh, I've always been interested in that.
So like you could even customize the colors from the front to the back. So the
Like
guy
online, and
doing
they'll
the
send it to you.
presentation- Yeah, like you customize and order it, and they said, but you can have you can engrave it so it says something on there. But yeah, like this guy, like you customize the buttons, everything about it.
That's pretty sick.
So
There are companies out there though that make kind of like covers for your controllers.
yeah, but this is like the legit one. This is the way to do it, out of the box.
That's the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of customization, I forgot to bring this up, but Starfield. That was something that I noticed. I was watching a trailer breakdown on that, and this guy,
Yeah.
and I can't remember his name, but he was talking about how you can create your own character.
I heard it's like Skyrim, but in space.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, that's really cool. So
That's-
that's another thing. Like, I would want to get an Xbox based
Just
on
for
that
this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm for it, but it's not coming out until November of next year.
Yeah, so,
So
I mean,
we
they've
got
got
a
plenty
while.
of time. And in fact, they might even just delay it again. You never know because it's that far out. They're announcing it so early. It's like they're going to be on maybe a crunch, I would say, pretty likely, to get it done in time. That'd be pretty tough.
True.
Yeah, because these games, like, they announce them sometimes really early, like before they're ready. Like we
Yeah.
look at Cyberpunk, like they're
Yeah.
talking about it for a long time, and then you rush it kind of still,
Yeah.
and it's just disappointment.
But
So I'm
isn't
hoping they don't do that.
Bethesda? Well, Bethesda, they're trying to come out with a Indiana Jones game too.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There's a lot of things in the pipeline. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. One thing I thought was interesting was the Sea of Thieves. So while I'm watching the
Pirates of the
Xbox
Caribbean
stream on YouTube, all the comments were spamming Sea of Thieves.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane. Like they were.
I've never played it.
I haven't either. I've seen clips of it and everything, but I thought it was funny that people were like so upset that it was like taking so long. Yeah, it was the on the game showcase. Let's see, it was
Put down in the comments
the ninth one.
why you guys love Sea of Thieves, because I've never played it, and if everybody's hooting and hollering about it, I would assume people hoot and holler over like Halo or Starfield before that.
Battlefield.
Yeah,
It's like going over. I mean, like I like Age of Empires, but I wouldn't be like crying about it, you know, trying to get like,
True.
gameplay. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting that they're doing a Disney crossover with it. So you're getting like Jack Sparrow,
That's
Pirates of
pretty
the
cool.
Caribbean in it.
It's almost like a Kingdom of Hearts feel.
Mm-hmm. So it was pretty. I was watching the trailer, and he has like all these like little one-liners Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow does, and it's just funny.
I love Jack Sparrow. Say what you will about Pirates of the Caribbean, but I love those movies.
Yeah, those are pretty good movies. I
Yeah.
think generally like they went downhill, obviously, but like they're generally pretty good.
I enjoyed them. Like even the last few movies, they're
watchable, they're enjoyable.
fun to
There's
me,
nothing
yeah.
as much as magical as the first three, I thought.
true. Oh yeah, first three are great, and just oh man, they're fun.
I think they're rebooting it again.
Yeah, but they're a moneymaker. I mean, no one's been able to do what they did pirates wise. Like
No? What other pirate movies have you seen?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm like I don't think there's anything else that's
yeah,
even
if you say name one
tried it.
pirate movie, everybody's gonna be like, oh, Pirates of the
I think
Caribbean.
of Pirates, the animated one, with Hugh Grant and
Never heard of
other
it.
people. It's a comedy.
Oh, the Pirates in Gallivant. You know the ones where they're singing. That's
Yeah,
such
but
a
nobody's
good
done
show.
a pirate like movie.
Oh, I know. I started a pirate show not the other day, like a few months ago, called Black Sails.
Okay, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Well, I stopped watching it because there's nudity in it, like a lot of nudity.
Yeah.
I was like, well, then, and then I just left it. Ooh, took off running.
Oh,
what else
man.
you got?
Flight Simulator. I thought it was
Why
really
in the
interesting.
world do people play that?
So they were talking about basically they started off with like people who were just like really into planes and stuff, playing the games, and then they found out when it went on Game Pass that more and more new players are playing it. So with the newest series that they're doing out, they're basically having like a lot more tutorials and stuff, and they're doing a Top Gun expansion coming out with it too.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's going to tie into the new movie that's coming out.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I just never understood like simulation games. Like why? It's just boring to me.
To me, that one and like let's say Shredders was another one. That's like the
Yeah.
skateboard or not skateboard, the snowboarding one.
Yeah.
Like that one, like I feel like you could do it like once or twice and get really. For me, I get bored with it.
Yeah.
I think the only kind of game like that I really ever enjoyed was like Pro Skater 2 or
Yeah.
4. I think it was 2.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. That was the only one that was actually kind of fun.
Why? Like, I played that game. I never got super into it. I was just like, yeah, it's Tony Hawk. You know, it's a skateboarding game.
Yeah.
The skateboarding game I got into is probably the best skateboarding game ever. This is a hot take, by the way.
Okay,
It's
I'm ready to
just
judge
the
you.
game called Skate.
With an 8?
No, just Skate.
I'm a,
Have you ever played Skate?
no, I have not.
Dude, okay, so I was going through this phase in my life where I really enjoyed
Yeah.
crashing and like wrecking stuff. And it was like really the first game of its kind to introduce the physics that it had, and like it would show like a break bone system. Dude, the wrecks that would happen.
Yeah.
This was like the first game that had like that I had seen with ragdoll physics. And it was so much fun. And the tricks, and you get hit by cars, and the bigger the wreck, the better. But yeah, I'll never forget.
2007.
I'll never forget. I was in Walmart when they used to have the video games.
Yeah, oh yeah, when you could test them out. Oh,
I was like,
love
what's
those
this skate game? And I wrecked. And I was like, whoa. So I got it, man. I put hours in that sucker. Hours. That's the only skateboarding game I'll ever play.
Like I said, I can't get into them. They're so boring to me.
Yeah, well, that one wasn't because like you find new ways to wreck.
Because again, I think it's like the whole concept, even like arcade games, like the whole thing of just getting a top score
Yeah.
is boring to me.
See,
I don't want to play just to have like an achievement
True.
of getting a score. I want to play,
True.
have a story, have something happen,
Yeah.
like a completion.
That's
type
why
of a
I
thing.
never played Skate for that reason. It was just
Yeah.
like, how can I wreck more? And I'd find new ways to wreck. And then like what I would do is
But you'll only do so much, is what I'm saying.
I know, but
like
each
you only crash how many different ways?
No, each crash was different every time though. That was the thing.
Yeah, but like let's say you get through like there's like 30 different ways to crash, right? Like you do 30 of them. What are you gonna? I mean, you gonna?
The ragdoll physics is like different every time.
I feel like it repeats
Sometimes
itself.
no, it didn't. Like there were times. I mean, of course, like falling down would be the same. But like you get hit by a car, you don't know if another skateboarder comes up under you, hits you, and you do another flip. And the cool thing was, like after you would wreck, it would pause. Like after you were done moving, it would pause and show how many bones you broke, like which bones you broke. Did you have a concussion? Then you could replay it and watch it. It was so much fun.
What do you do after you do you reset?
Yeah, you just keep going. You just get back on your board.
You get back up with a concussion and broken bones.
This was a video game, not real life.
But they show you, they're going out of their way to show you that you are a broken human being.
Bro, you need to watch some skate crash videos. They were so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
Like that was like one of the ways they sold so much. Nowadays the new skates aren't as good, but I really enjoyed Skate. Oh, he's looking it up, ladies and gentlemen. See, 2007, dude.
I'm trying. I'm looking.
How many years ago was that?
I know. It's like right there. 2007. That was 14.
14 years ago, bro. Oh, are you watching the crash videos?
Yeah, and I'm watching it.
That's ridiculous. Wait, which skate is that?
I don't know. Skate XL.
Okay, that's not the original. The next skate 1, like that's what you need to look up.
Skate.
When they made the second one, it was terrible.
I see Skate 2. I don't see Skate 1.
Yeah, Skate 2 is terrible. But the first Skate game wrecks were amazing. But like this, like it just got so bad.
I'm falling asleep just watching
This was bad, dude. Like the Skate 2 was really. I did not like Skate 2 for this reason. Like the physics got real bad. The first one seems way more realistic. It was fun, man.
I want to know this.
What's his?
Okay, he's a BMX World video guy. I'm like, why is this one guy who has how many views? 76,000 views. Okay, that's not bad. I'm just like, these things are so boring to me. Am I coming through?
Yeah, he moved. Kind of. When you moved it off the track that I had it. Wait, there it is.
Shame.
Keep going. Yep.
Skate games are just so boring, Mike.
They can be.
Sorry to, crash down on your dreams there.
Well, I don't play them anymore. But anyhow, so what else? What is like one or two big games that you were super excited about?
I thought the Pandora game looked interesting.
The Avatar game?
Yeah, the Avatar
game.
Yeah. It was like, so, I mean, the trailer didn't show much, but what it did show was like, it was kind of interesting looking.
I didn't get to watch that one.
It's mostly just like kind of quiet and peaceful, and you see the world, and you see the Na'vi doing their thing, and then you see the military coming in, and you see a little bit of action kind of going back and forth on that one. But no idea what the gameplay is going to look like, or what the story is, or really anything. Just kind of like, hey, we're making a game. That's what it felt like to me. Which I know that's what like a teaser trailer is, but I'm just like...
Who's making it?
So that is from... I didn't write that down. Just give me a second.
Well, you didn't have to write it down. I was just asking.
Ubisoft. Yeah, so they're doing that one. I also thought the Guardians of the Galaxy game looked interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like two of the big ones I liked.
That should be fun.
Because, again, I feel like they're doing the safe thing.
Right.
I say safe thing. I don't know. I'll take that back. They're not doing the safe thing. They're doing something that's different by not tying directly into the movies. So, like, the looks, they don't look like Chris Pratt and Zoe Saldana.
See,
all that stuff. Like, they look like their own characters, which is more... I find that interesting because they're not playing it safe. They're not doing what's already been established, already has that.
True.
Even though they are making a Guardians of the Galaxy game. It's different.
When I play games like that, like Lord of the Rings, I used to hate it when they make you play other characters. Like, no, let me play as Aragorn or Legolas. And
I like when you can choose which character you
yeah,
play
and
as.
then leave me be. I don't want to play a fictional character that has nothing to do with the actual story. I want
like Frodo.
yeah. Well, no, I don't mind playing as him.
I just remember
I'm just
the
saying,
Hobbit parts were funny to me.
Yeah. I just like hate it when they would make these games. It's like you're a ranger and you have no connection to the story.
Oh, I got you.
I'm like, no, I don't want to play that. I want to help defend Helm's Deep. I want to do all that stuff, man. Like that was awesome when I was little.
No, those were always fun. Like getting like you're in the movie and you're playing as a character
Yes,
during
sir.
scenes and stuff. Oh, yeah.
The movie that changed your life.
Yeah, the Return of the King game was amazing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
So there were a few other things. I thought the Rainbow Six Extraction game looked interesting.
I noticed the zombie theme is really starting to pick up.
Well, they're aliens.
And that, yeah.
No. It's going to kill me.
And also vampires. There was one game that had vampires in it.
Was it the Back for Blood?
I think so, yeah.
I think. Let me double check. But yeah, I thought that one was interesting.
Back for Blood. Did you see where the new Madden was announced?
I did not. I didn't get that far
Probably
into
going
it.
to be the same Madden that it's been for 10 years. Okay.
I haven't seen anything about vampires on it, so that's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
there was a game that had vampires on it. I don't know what it was,
It's
but it's
just-
okay. So, I know a game you're excited about is Just Dance 2 or Just Dance 2022.
2022.
I could see you dancing to that.
Oh man, I loved the Just Dance game.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I played them all the time.
You lie.
They were so much fun. I had the first one and the second one.
Oh Lord. Okay, the only time I've ever sat down and watched, I've never played it, but I've watched people do it, was at my wife's family's house.
But see, that's the thing. It's like it's a party game. You get people in, you just act stupid.
Why don't we just get together and play Skyrim or something cool like that?
Because it's a one-player game. Come on, son.
But the Vax, whatever his name is.
That's terrible. Oh man, almost as bad as your Donald Duck impression. The Metroid game I thought was really interesting too. So it's a 2D game, side scroller.
Okay.
But like the fact it reminded me a lot of this Love, Death, and Robots episode where like a robot is like stalking Samus, and basically it's just kind of like it's called Metroid Dread is the name of the game.
Metroid Dread.
And you kind of felt that from the trailer where it was like, all right, you're kind of like, you can't fight this monster. You got to just run for your life type of a thing. Because it starts off, she's like trying to shoot it with her like gun, and then she shoots a rocket at it and like nothing phases it. And it just runs after her. And then, so I don't know if it's actually like the gameplay, but so it starts off with like a cinematic type of a thing, then cuts to the gameplay, and then you get caught in the gameplay, and it cuts to another cinematic of it like grabbing you. So it makes it feel a little bit more than just like a 2D game, which I thought was interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. The games I'm most impressed by really are just the two, Starfield and Halo was the one I'm like.
You're not interested in the Mario Golf Super Rush
No, I'm not interested.
with free updates?
No, I'm more into the what's it
who else was
called?
there?
Cruises what?
Cruising and Blast.
Cruising Blast,
No,
yeah.
Cruising.
Or the Immortal Mayor.
That one actually looked interesting, I thought.
Speaking of,
Like you're playing a god and you're like in control of the city and you can like interact with other like gods and all that kind of stuff.
Really?
It sounded like
yeah. So the only thing about For Honor is because it was like you can do multiplayer,
yeah.
but I've seen like is there a campaign mode or like a different kind of mode that?
I think there's a campaign mode.
Oh.
Yeah. But like I said, it's a free game. I mean, on PlayStation it was one of the monthly free games. So like if you don't have it, that's your own fault.
Would you? That's true. Would you say
Yes.
over the span of your life, the
Oh.
tastes of games that you enjoy have changed?
I guess. Yeah.
Mine kind of has, because I used to be huge into those war games like For Honor, and now I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, I like Modern Warfare or Overwatch, stuff that's like really competitive and you're trying to win something.
Because it makes you feel something.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
To me, again, I feel like some things repeat themselves so much
True.
that you want something either like a comfort game that's like, okay, it's familiar, or a game that's like new, you know?
Yeah. Or like building something, or
See, that's why I like Animal Crossing, because it's a nostalgia game. That's a comfort
or
game.
Village. I really enjoyed Village because you can like kind of. I would like a game too where you could like just, I don't know.
I think it was Mohism. Mohism.
What's that?
That one I think was it's like a building game. No, I'm thinking of. There's like a few different ones. Like they were like you build a village and everything like that.
I wish the Village
Grounded. With the Shroom and Doom update was interesting. That one looked like it kind of reminded me of like the Forest, where like you build like stuff.
I wish you could build your own thing and like go to war with like other
That'd be
villages.
Cool. Yeah,
and like take over their village and cry. Not like these little 2-second like, hey, let's kill 3 or 4 of them when we win. Like I'm talking about like strategy and like actually doing something cool.
Have you seen Raya and the Last Dragon?
Yeah.
You know the guy who's like.
Well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, spoiler alert, I guess. But like one of the guys, like his whole village was wiped out, and he's pretending he's the only one left. It was funny. It's just like, you go in there, and like there's nobody there. It was funny.
Okay.
Sorry, it just made me think about it. Like, you go into a village and you think you're gonna like take out a bunch of people. There's like 3 people. If you haven't, you should definitely listen to Nate and I's podcast talking about that movie. Yeah, we uploaded it.
What's the name of it?
Ray and the Last Dragon.
No, the podcast.
The MEDIAtors.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
It's a sister show. Which Nathaniel said that was stupid calling it a sister show. Like, call it a daddy show. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, Daddy Nate. That thick boy.
I put it on it's on our YouTube channel, on the same one that this one's releasing on, so you can check that out.
Nice.
It's on a different playlist.
So before we end it, what are some like take home notes?
So EA has their video game release in July. That's the biggest one. We're waiting for Sony and EA to come in here and show us what they got.
So do we know when Sony's coming out?
I left it blank for me to look it up, and I forgot to. What's it even called?
Sony. Oh, it's oh my gosh, I blanked.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like
Sony E3.
Yeah, I looked up. Oh man,
Sony PlayStation event.
I guess it's State of Play. No, because that's So the next one, let's see. Because the State of Play we did last time was just one game. It was the new Horizon game, Horizon Zero Dawn sequel. What can we expect from the next one prior to that? Let's see. I'm not seeing anything specific just yet.
So nothing specific, ladies and gents. And then EA, you said it's coming up in July?
Yeah, that one's July.
I wonder
that's
what.
Pretty soon.
Yeah. I bet you. They're going to probably talk about new Madden or something like that. And
I'm hoping, like I said, Xbox did really good. Their presentation was not that great, I'll be honest. I thought it was a little boring. It's a 2-hour event, which wasn't bad. But the fact that, like...
I just care about the games.
The spokesman for it, he felt like he was too professional for that event. Which, I mean, he talked about that kind of stuff. But, like, when I was watching him, I felt like he needed to be in a suit and a tie. And... But he was like in a sweatshirt with the Xbox logo, and just he was like kind of trying to be, I guess, chill about everything.
Yeah.
But he looked like he needs to be like reporting something rather than that, you know?
Yeah.
Which was fine, but like, if it definitely changed the tone for me of the whole showcase at that point, for the game showcase.
Gotcha.
The Nintendo one was fun too. I liked that one because there's a lot of quick cuts and a lot of different things that they did. They had these 2 hosts that were like really cheesy. What you kind of expect from like a Nintendo showcase. I thought that was funny, but it was like 6 hours long, so I'm like, they have to do something to kind of break it up. And one thing I thought was funny, the E3 journal, like the app, like did not work. People were complaining about that. Yeah, they're like all the journalists were just like nothing was working for them. And even when it like kicked off, like it wasn't working.
But we came for the games, right? Not the presentation.
That's right. Maybe I think presentation's important.
Us gamers.
I want a good presentation.
I'm not gonna be like, this presentation better be great, or I'm gonna hate these video games. Like what?
I guess, or the people who like us, where we just kind of do the recaps and like we watch it afterwards. It's like it's not as big of a deal. But when you're watching it live and like you're having to sit there for like hours, I want a good presentation.
True.
But and I think they were trying to they had a lot of stuff to talk about, but since there wasn't really a lot of competition feeling like PlayStation and Xbox,
Right.
I feel like some of the fun was left out.
Mm.
In my opinion.
That's your opinion.
And it's right.
Well, you know what else is right?
What is right?
I think we're done.
That's it. Sweet. Well, you guys know what to do. Write in our website, email address. It's all in the show notes. And we will see you guys next time.
Next time.